Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. Today we're doing a different kind of video. I know you've never seen this kind of video before, but why not? So today we're doing a SpongeBob video. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. No, this is not a kids video. This is not a kids video. Children are not allowed here. If you are under the age of 13, please get out of my video. This video is for adults only. Even though we're viewing a kids show, this video is not for children. Hey! So, pardon me. So today we're gonna look at SpongeBob, and I figured even though plenty of people have done this before, I might as well do it. You know, Steven Hillenburg died last year. SpongeBob is entering its 11th season. It's one of the longest running cartoons out there. Yes, I see The Simpsons and Family Guy, but you know what I mean. And I thought I might as well do a review about it. I mean, not a review, but more like a collection of it. We look back on SpongeBob and the legacy it left behind, starting from season 1 all the way to season 11 and such. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to categorize SpongeBob into ages. And I'm also going to give its history about how it was made. Not like really dive into it, but more like the interesting facts about it. And again, we're also going to dive into its different ages. What I mean is that we're going to look at the golden age of SpongeBob, the dark age of SpongeBob. You know, those kinds of things that people see. You guys, you've heard of the Disney Renaissance or the golden age of Disney films and things like that. We're gonna do the same for SpongeBob. We're gonna look at SpongeBob through its different ages: the golden age, dark age, Renaissance, and such. And again, we're on season 11, so I thought we might as well look at how far it goes or how far we've come. This is the history and ages of SpongeBob. Let's go. So come along with me, SpongeBob. Come along with me, SpongeBob. Come along with me, SpongeBob. I'm sorry, I just can't let that go. Anyways, starting off with season 1 through 3. This is known as the Golden Age, made by Steven Hillenburg himself. So what happened was that SpongeBob was planned to be 3 seasons long. According to the general audience, they loved it, and people up to this day still say that SpongeBob season 1 through 3 is by far fine. Fine, I'll give a shout out to him. Yes, channel. I'm borrowing clips from Channel Federator. None of these clips are mine, nor are his. They come from Viacom. Viacom, I swear to God, if you copyright my video again, I will kill you. Okay, back to what I was saying. So SpongeBob is divided into the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. So funny enough, the original plan for SpongeBob was that it was planned to have 3 seasons and a movie to finish it off. Like most series, they would have a series and then end it off with a final movie. So what happened is that SpongeBob was planned to originally have 3 seasons, 1 through 3. The general audience really loved it, and up to this day, people still say that the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob was some of the best. Then we had a movie that came after it. So a lot of people say that this is the golden age of SpongeBob. That if you really want to get some classic SpongeBob comedy in there, watch the first 3 seasons. These seasons were obviously hand drawn and painted, and it was very hard work. It's a good thing that now we have Flash and stuff to make SpongeBob easier to do with the later years. But back then, it was hard for the animators. Let me not lie. So that was the 3 SpongeBob movies. Then we had the first movie which came out. People say that the movie was good, though not as good as the later movies that came after it, such as movie 2 and soon to be movie 3. But the first movie of SpongeBob was good enough, and people say it was good enough to end the series off with. Like if you wanted to end the series, you could end it with the movie. However, Nickelodeon saw the powerhouse SpongeBob was, and they were like, "We've got to have money," and thus they made season 4. So season 4, at least according to the audience, is still SpongeBob. It still has the spirit of SpongeBob, and it still feels very much like SpongeBob. But the thing with season 4 is that it felt like it was picking up the leftovers from season 1 through 3, so it didn't feel as funny as the first 3 seasons. However, it was good enough to be put in the golden age. The problem with that is that season 4 kind of marks the beginning of the end of SpongeBob, or at least marked the beginning of the dark ages. Bring in season 5 through 9. So season 5, 6, 7, 8, and the first half of season 9 were considered the dark ages of SpongeBob. Why I say the first half of season 9, I'll get on that. So what the reason for this is because after SpongeBob season 3 and the movie was released, Steven Hillenburg left the show. He didn't want to carry it on anymore, even after Nickelodeon told him to continue it. He's like, "Nah, fam, I don't want to do this anymore," and he left the show. So afterwards, Nickelodeon had to write the episodes for SpongeBob themselves, and when they did it, they kind of created a catastrophe. And so season 5, 6, 7, 8, and the first half of 9 were all very bad. And this is what fans are calling the dark age of SpongeBob. The worst time to be a SpongeBob fan or even an animation fan in general. It was just hell. A lot of people really hated the Squidward touch upon, the gross out humor, the disgusting imagery. It was not very good. So a lot of people really hated SpongeBob in that period of time. Yet Nickelodeon still kept it going, and yeah, a lot of people say season 7 is by far the worst season of SpongeBob because it just has no redeemable episode in it. And yeah, so that was the dark age of SpongeBob. It was really not a good time to like SpongeBob. However, there came the second movie. Now it seems that with every movie of SpongeBob, it marks a new age for it. The first movie came out and kind of marked the dark ages for SpongeBob. The second movie came out and it kind of marked a new age for SpongeBob. You see, here's the funny thing. Remember when I told you season 9 is divided in two? We have season 9A and season 9B. Season 9A is the worst part of SpongeBob. A lot of people like to say it's the bad part of SpongeBob. Season 9B is what people like to say is the good part of SpongeBob. Reason being, the second SpongeBob movie came out after season 9's release, and a lot of people thought that season 9 was going to be the final season of SpongeBob when really it wasn't. So, anyways, the movie came out, people loved it. It was a good movie, better than the original, and yeah, I agree with it too. It was a really entertaining movie, especially with the dolphin and seagull rap battle, but it's a story for another day. So, that came out after season 9. However, what happened was is that Steven Hillenbach, the creator of SpongeBob, finally came back to do his show. So it's as if like he was just watching from the sidelines and he's like, "What the hell are they doing to my show?" And decided to come in and be like, "You guys, you're running this thing into the ground. Let me help you." And it's because of Steven Hillenbach's return is why the show, all of a sudden it grows up. With season 9B, people loved the show. Like it was with season 9, Steven Hillenbach came back to write the second half of season 9, and when he did, it was as if the show all of a sudden got elevated upwards. The episodes became better, less gross out humor and such. So with the second half of season 9, people were like, "Wow, this is actually really good. Who knew SpongeBob could be good like this?" And again, he also worked on the movie. At least that's what I'm pretty sure. Rumors. I don't know if it's for sure. Take that with a grain of salt. But he did work on the movie, and because of that, the movie was as successful as it was. So because of Steven's return, SpongeBob did become better. And so the Nickelodeon is like, "Will you stay with us for a bit?" And then Steven's like, "Well, I mean, I don't see how you can do any worse than the last 4 seasons, so let's try it." So season 10 comes along, and this is what's known. So with the second half of season 9 being released, people like to call this the revival stage. Season 9 and 10 is what's known as the revival stage because of SpongeBob now rising out of the ground and getting back on his feet. These were episodes which are now considered better, more effort put into them, and such. So this is what's known as the revival stage. Season 10 was infinitely better than what came before it, and a lot of people started to come back to watch SpongeBob. Then Steven Hillenbach died. However, he didn't die before he did work on season 11. The weird thing with SpongeBob season 10 and 11 is that both seasons were airing at the same time. Now season 10 is complete and season 11 is still airing, or is over as far as I'm concerned. I haven't followed the show in a bit. Um, and and Steven did die during the production of both these seasons. So whilst he still did work on them, whilst he died, he still did work on them. So Nickelodeon is left to write SpongeBob and at least try and learn from what Steven told them to do before he died. And yeah, so now this is what's known as the Renaissance of SpongeBob. A Renaissance is basically like, it's not like a silver age or bronze age where it's close to the golden age, but it's more like collectively, you did good. It's a very good job you did. Better than the bronze age, but not as good as the gold or silver age. And that's when SpongeBob enters its renaissance with season 11. Season 11 is the renaissance of SpongeBob, and it's because of season 11 that SpongeBob is getting better. A lot of people are saying that season 11 can even go toe to toe with the first 3 seasons. It's so good. That's what people are saying. Season 11 is such a great season that even it can compete with the first 3 seasons. And now we're getting SpongeBob 3, the third animated SpongeBob movie, which, if you remember from my reaction a few months ago, I said it was funny how if the first SpongeBob movie, it was like fully 2D, then the second one was like 2D, and then it kind of like went into 3D for like the final act, and then the third one is now fully 3D. It's crazy. So we're having the third SpongeBob movie. What does this say for SpongeBob in the future? We don't know. We don't know where SpongeBob will go from here. We don't know how it will go, whether it will be better or worse. Now that Steven Hillenburg is dead, we don't know whether Nickelodeon will make SpongeBob better following Steven's advice, or they'll make it worse, going back to their season 7 roots and such. All we know is that SpongeBob still has a future. Season 12 is already planned. The movie is coming out. And yeah, season 11 is considered to be one of the best seasons of SpongeBob in a long time, saying that can go up to toe with season 3. All in all, that's all I know about SpongeBob. That's the history and ages of SpongeBob, and letting you know which seasons of SpongeBob you should watch. Should you watch season 1, 2, 3, 11? Yeah, of course you should. Should you watch season 7 and 6? No. Regardless, guys, that's all I got for you today. Enjoy my history and rereading of SpongeBob. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. And yeah, this is a show I haven't watched in a while. I did watch some season 10 and 11 episodes, though I don't know for a fact if 11 is over and we're already in 12. That's just me. Oh, one more thing. Nickelodeon did announce that they're making a spin-off show. It's called Camp Coral. This focuses on a young SpongeBob and gang where they spend the summer at Camp Coral, and the animation will be very much like the animation we see for SpongeBob 3. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I've been Captain Phoenix. Be sure to like and subscribe. And with that, I will see you in another universe.